Good old Desmond on the loading screen. Can't make him pat his hands like I could out there. Can't do the switching to unarmed. You know, this thing. Doing that. Like this. Also, I was reminded of a thing that you could do while I was playing offline, is that, at least if I understood correctly, unarmed lets you disarm opponents and take their weapons, or at least certain opponents, I think. So that's cool. You may notice I have armor. You may also notice the town is looking way better. We still got this freaking dirt patch on our nice brick path, though. That kind of stinks. I ended up maxing out the city here. I got all the upgrades, so we get the most amount of income we could possibly get right now. Well, okay, that's not true, because I also remembered that the feathers add to the value. In fact, basically everything you collect adds a little bit of value to the city, so it slightly increases your city's value. I didn't mean to switch to him blades. I was hitting the wrong button. So I forgot to get these on screen. So I left the well and the mines because I opened them, but I didn't go down them. I tried to get all of the statues around here, but I couldn't. I'm missing one. And I think possibly could be either in the mines or the well. So I'm just gonna hope I find them, or hope I find it in the well or the mines. One of the two. Okay, am I supposed to jump here? Yes. Okay, I did not see that there. So yeah, I basically did, like, see, there we go, 10,000 florins in the village chest. Did basically, everything I can do right now. Excuse me, except for the stuff that I would like to show on screen. Like the crypts. The crypt of the assassin dancers. That was a stupid reference. Also, there were apparently treasure maps that highlight all of the miscellaneous chests sitting around in all the overworld places. I'm not gonna get those. I don't care enough to go around and get every single little chest that you have to activate by holding circle over it for 3 seconds. That always kind of bugged me is when games make you hold a button to interact. And it's like, oh, look, filling up the meter. You know, like Final Fantasy VII Remake where you're pulling a switch and Cloud has to leave his hand on it for like a whole 3 minutes before he actually pulls it. It's like, I get when you're like in a crafting menu or upgrade menu or something. You know, it's trying to make sure you're not hitting something by accident. Because if you have to hold the button for 3 seconds to get an upgrade, you're not going to accidentally buy an upgrade. But anywhere else, it's just kind of annoying. Like, why are you making me wait? Why do I have to stand here holding my hand on top of the switch instead of immediately pulling it? It doesn't make any sense. It's like a Wookiee living on the Force Moon of Endor. It just doesn't make any sense. I feel like I'm going a mile a minute here. Take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to remember all the things I need to mention I did off screen. So yeah, I took care of like assassination contracts and didn't I open this? Is this not where the mine is? The assassination contracts, I did like yeah, it should totally be around here. I think. I did a race. You know, miscellaneous open world game stuff that they have lying around. There it is. That they have lying around for you to do. I bought the rest of the leather armor. I had a new sword because there was a mission I was doing that I thought maybe like, oh, maybe this sword will help. It didn't. It was one of the assassination contracts, which really not. Oh, come on, Ezio, you could have done that. You could do better. Really not sure how they intended for you to do it. It was a mission called Peacekeeper, if you've ever happened to also played this game and remember that mission. Maybe it is a notorious one. Basically, you just have to kill 10 brutes in a minute. I don't know if we've properly encountered any brutes yet, aside from that. But yeah, as you can probably assume by the name Brute, they don't go down easy. The best way I could find to kill them quickly was getting a successful counter with the Hidden Blades. Because, you know, instant kill. The problem was not only trying to execute the counter, I swear they also have an attack that, or an attack or two that you straight up just cannot counter. So that sucked. And what I tried a whole bunch of things. I tried like distracting them with courtesans so I could assassinate half of them, you know, before they would notice that I'm there. And I tried fighting them alongside mercenaries, which I don't know if we've gotten a proper introduction to them. It's basically, you know, same as the thieves or the courtesans, where you can hire 4 people to help you out, and they're specially equipped for fighting. They didn't help. And I thought that maybe, like, you know, when we got that ambush with Vieri, when we were first coming to the villa, and everyone was focused on everyone else, so I was just going around stabbing people in the back and basically instantly killing them. I thought maybe I could get that going. No. You can't see me shaking my head, but I'm shaking my head. No. It didn't go down like that. So I looked up a guide. The guide just listed both of those strategies, distracting them with courtesans or mercenaries, and then just assassinating them. I really don't know. Like, maybe my problem was, so they were broken up into two groups of 5. And I think the problem was I was focusing on one group and not making sure that the other group wasn't looking at me. So probably what was happening was, while going around killing the first group, that the other group would turn around and see me, and then that would initiate combat. I'm not really sure where I'm going right now. I guess I'll just run up to the Villa chest and maybe buy a new dagger or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's I noticed this too. This is on the Villa. It's one of these things that we're supposed to be looking out for, so I might as well show at least one of these. Hello? I was pretty sure that you were supposed to eagle vision them. There we go. I had to scan it with Ezio's feet, of course.
That's not possible. This can't be.
Wait, is my
Hold on.
TV was...
That's computer code. Let me compile it. Oh shit, it's an encrypted file.
Upload it to my computer. I'm a master at decryption.
I can't. It's only compatible with the Animus itself.
Freaking file
Upload
types.
it to Desmond then. I can't believe this.
It's an ANI file where you can only open it in the Animus. It's so
Hello, this is... They call me Subject 16. Listen, I don't have much time. There's something I have to show you. We have been lied to this whole time. Everything we know, everything we've been brought up to believe, it's wrong. Okay, I've uploaded the evidence, the file that proves it all. But I've split it into 20 pieces and locked each with a code. Can't be too careful. Queen Isabella. No, not her. What century is it? Never mind. I've hidden the code to the first file inside this program. Find it. Find them all. And along the way, you'll begin to see the truth.
What the heck? How did this get inside our Animus?
Oh, the memory core. We transferred 16's memory data from Abstergo into the Animus 2.0.
He must have hacked the machine when Vidic left him alone between sessions.
Oh, hold on, wait a second. The signs on the walls in Abstergo, the ones written in blood, those were clues. He was telling us to look for them inside the Animus.
And here's the thing. Here's what you do with these code things. You solve a puzzle. And hopefully these paintings are acceptable in Twitch's terms of service. So that's definitely one. I believe all of these will be you're looking for ones with pieces of Eden. Seems like there's one. I'll come back to that one. Questionable, but okay. No. That one. Now, is it telling me that that combination was wrong, or that that set of paintings was wrong? Nope. Go over to the... That combination of paintings was wrong. Also, you can see that the hint makes it pretty easy. They share a core similarity. Pick them out and you'll be able to see. So, yeah, pieces of Eden. Yeah, definitely that one. Because, like, isn't that literally a depiction of the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve? And that dude's definitely picking an apple. Yeah, there we go. There's an apple. I see it in the hand of the person on the left now. Oh wait, I just noticed these have descriptions. Oh yeah, the fall. Okay, so that's not as descriptive, but okay. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work before. They had to be in the right order or something. And that's it. That's our reward for solving that puzzle. Half a second of video. It's not going to make any sense until we get all of them. And considering the reward is basically just a video, I don't know if I care to show this. Maybe if I feel like running around getting all the viewpoints before we beat the game, then I'll do that. Okay, you just gotta stay there on the landmark? Frickin' graffiti. Ow. Why are you looking down? It's a curb. You'll be fine. Just go. Let's go loot the Vila chest. So anyway, that mission, Peacekeeper. You want to know how I ended up doing it? I assassinated them all. And I have no idea how I managed to do it. I basically just got behind one group. I pressed square to assassinate, and it would do a double assassination. And then I did it again. And then I just solo killed the last guy. And then the other group didn't notice. So I just did the same thing to them and managed to assassinate both groups. I have no idea how I managed to pull that off. Okay, I have a small idea. Like I said, I think it's you just got to do it when one group is not looking at the other. But man, that was very frustrating to attempt, and I wish it was at least like kill them within 2 minutes. No, not gentle push. Yeah, because I'll repair my armor. Yeah, I wish it was like 2 minutes so I could actually try fighting them instead of basically exploiting the AI and assassinating them all without them looking. I mean, I guess if you're not looking at someone, it's still realistically, you know, you're not gonna notice because they're behind you. Yeah, let me just upgrade my... I don't know if I'm ever gonna fight with a knife, but I'll buy one. I'll buy a new one. Because, like, really, it's hidden blades if you want to get instant kills. And if I'm failing to land those... Oh, my belt's full. Okay. So let me go to the tailor. Let me see if I can get a bigger knife belt. Yeah, basically, if I'm failing to land counterattacks, and switch to the sword where I can defend myself better and have a bigger counterattack window. And let's say, oh, you guys, a medicine pouch. Well, fine. How about I buy the biggest possible medicine pouch? Because apparently by the time I find a bigger ammo pouch, I'm going to have plenty enough money, I'm sure. Wait, am I still able to buy the other pouch? No, okay. It overrides. Good. And I forgot this is a thing too. Is that I can buy palette swaps. Honestly, I'm probably just going to stick with Assassin White. It's iconic, and I really don't feel a need to try to change my color every stream. And then there's paintings, which this is... I bought one just to see what it does. I don't think it does anything. I mean, you know, slightly increase the city's value, so it's basically an investment into the funds you earn every 20 minutes. That I can't say I'm sure that it will do anything if you buy them all. So I'll probably just wait until I have too much money and then just buy them then. So now we can get on with the actual game here. Go back to doing game stuff. Although I do want to show some of the database files, because I was looking at that trying to get my bearings on the story, and they actually do have like voiced introductions for particular characters. So I'm gonna show those. But I've already spent enough time in one place talking. Perhaps too much talking, even for as little as I was actually standing in one place. But let's go do a crypt. Let's do this one, which I swear I've already done. And see, you can see there's a bunch of chests around. I really don't care to open them all. That's a lot, and I don't need money. There's really nothing exciting to buy right now except better armor. And as long as I'm landing my counterattacks, I don't need the defense. And for offense, again, the hidden blades, if I can land a good counter with those, I really don't need power. I don't think we've actually really shown off thieves, but they're, you know, same like I said with the mercenaries. They're just a group of 4 people that follow you around. You can use them as a distraction. They'll follow you up on rooftops, which I didn't even think about. I could have sworn at least like mercenaries try to follow you. Maybe if, you know, if they're not good at going vertical, like up straight up walls. Also, the frustrating thing about doing the assassination targets, especially the Peacekeeper one with all the brutes, when you start over, you're back at one of the pigeon coops you go to get a mission. So there's a lot of running back and forth, especially if you fail. Because no, even if you succeed, you still gotta run back to them. But if you fail, you start right back to whichever they deem the closest pigeon coop. And the one that Peacekeeper spawns you at when you fail it spawns you in front of a guy, you know, one of the rooftop archers who will try to kill you if you don't get down fast enough. So basically every time I respawned, I got shot at by that guy. So stupid. Hopefully Brotherhood will not have the same problem, and it will have its missions respawn you just outside of a battle if you fail it, rather than all the way back at the start.
Di Grazia, stay away from the artwork on the walls. And when your men paint the dome, take care not to disturb any of the sacred relics in the lanterna on top. They are the most important artifacts in our church.
Yes, yes, Padre. Just make sure to pay us the full sum for our work.
They got a white tarp down. Whoa. I'm gonna explore this place and find the assassin seal. Of course. These are the ones I tend to think of when I think of the crypts. It's basically the ones in like cathedral-like places where you're just going to... Spoilers, you're just going around climbing on things until you get to the place they want you to get to. It can be kind of monotonous, especially if Ezio doesn't listen to your inputs and he doesn't jump to the right thing, or he jumps way off. But it shouldn't be too hard, because this is only like the second one. I assume the pigeons are supposed to be a hint. Can I jump here?
Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
Hope you like that line. I mean, I don't think I've made it any secret that that's... I don't know if I can say a running joke in the community, because how can I say it's part of the community when I'm not even part of the community? But, you know, Steven found it pretty amusing, so I assume other people did too. Oh, come on. See, it's good that they gave you this way back up if you fall. I guess really what makes it funny is that he says it every time. It's like, yes, Ezio. You don't have to say it, especially because you're supposed to be alone. You're not supposed to be aware that you're driven by someone behind a screen with a controller. These places kind of make me think of Twilight Princess. With like its version of the Temple of Time. Oh, I guess I could have jumped over there. And of course the chandeliers, it's like the Snow Peak ruins. Oh, look, another way back up if I fall. Okay, maybe he doesn't say it every time. Yeah, remember what I said before about, like, the camera likes to do the... It likes to pan across the path, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I already forgot it. Yeah, I already forgot it. Dude. See, he likes to jump to the wrong thing sometimes. Guess I can climb this flag. No, don't switch around to the wrong side of the ladder. There's zero reason you should do that. There was no reason you should be able to climb the wrong side of the ladder. Why can't you go there? I'm having a hard time figuring out that the bridge was multiple planks. He thought it was just the one. Yeah, I think the pigeons are supposed to be marking where you go to next. Which would be kind of handy here, because it kind of makes me think I gotta stand on the cross. But, no, I think I gotta go over there. Yeah, more pigeons. Kind of taking the long way around here, because, you know, you would think you could just climb over this. Like this spot right here, but I guess this was easier for him. Where am I going now? I guess any of these will do. How about the one with pigeons? I'm not gonna risk trying to jump that. Got too much to lose here right now. It's just good. It's just good that they're. I'll be grateful for the fact that they had the decency to put in any checkpoints at all. Because, you know, some games don't think checkpoints are cool. I think games that don't think checkpoints are cool are not cool. Are you not willing to make that jump? Okay, well, I guess I'll keep shimmying along these windows. Yeah, there. You should be able to make that. You know where to go. Jeez. Stop yawning. It's too early to yawn. This is something I do kind of appreciate them no longer doing. Because these do, for what they are, they do kind of take too long. Oh, look, there's a feather over there. You know what? I'm enough of a sucker to go get that. It's like I feel like if you've done one of these, you've done enough. You've seen just about all they can offer. And while the climbing mechanics are more polished than Assassin's Creed 1. No, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Wish I was dead, because then I'd be back up at the checkpoint. And I don't think there's a reload checkpoint button. No. Yeah, the climbing mechanics are more polished than Assassin's Creed 1, but not so much so that I would say it's particularly fun climbing around in these places. Like I said before, it's kind of just monotonous. But maybe that's a me problem, because I've played through this game like 5 times without having actually finished it. So I'm like, oh, how about I just start over from the beginning? And then I do these again. And then I get burnt out or something, and then I just don't finish it. And then I start again, and the problem persists. Nope, not there. No, no. I'm not sure if you can actually die from a fall. Well, kind of a stupid thought. I'm pretty sure you can. Where's the freaking ladder? It's over there. Battery for controller 1 is... I'm pretty sure I played through all of Assassin's Creed 1 without charging this controller once, which is... You know, I don't even think I need to say it. Older game controllers had better batteries. That's not the wrong button. I mean, older game hardware in general seems to just have better batteries, but that's because they were just not... I mean, you know, like in terms of handhelds, they were just not powering as high-powered of systems, which is probably why they were, you know, better at keeping a battery charge. It's like the DS is definitely not working as hard as the Switch, so that's kind of understandable. But what I don't get is controllers. Why don't controllers last as long as they used to? I mean, you can't tell me that that big stupid light that they put on the back of a PlayStation 4 controller is the entire reason it lasts like a tenth of the duration of a PS3 controller. Like, that does not make sense. Can I? No. It's like, can I jump down there Well, yes, but I shouldn't because that just means I have to go back this way again. The next part is up there, which I will not be able to reach if I jump there, because that's not how they want this sequence to go. Would help if my nose would stop itching so I can stop taking my hand off of the right half of the controller where the run button is. Or technically, there's two run buttons. There's... Excuse me, there's sprint, and then there's free run. Or, you know, high profile movement, which is kind of like a light sprint, and then you hold X, and that's your maximum speed. You know, I was reading a Reddit thread earlier that was talking about when RPGs, like... Okay, RPG feels like the wrong word, but I guess they are still RPGs. They're just RPGs of a different sort than, like, Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest. I jumped down to try to get the feather again, didn't I? This was not the required path, and I'm probably gonna go back down again because of it. I'm probably gonna have to start over. Oh wait, maybe I can use this to get to the... It feels like they want me to get to the chandelier. Because I can't get around. Yeah, I was supposed to go that way. Which would not be the end, but it would be... definitely getting close. Yeah, I have no idea what they... Is this just a trap? You're not supposed to do this? You're not supposed to get here? Because there's no way past that flag. The way the camera's going makes me think I gotta get to the chandelier. I can try to jump for it again. There we go. Yeah, so I was reading a Reddit thread talking about, like, how annoying it is when... Oh, secret area located. Oh, it wasn't a feather, it was a chest. Well, that's kind of worse. Because that's just money, and I don't think chests ever contain anything other than money. So it's talking about, when dialogue options in RPGs don't properly reflect what your character actually says. It's weird to me how apparently common that problem is. Like, even games that people highly praise for being really good, like The Witcher, have that problem. It's like, how do developers keep messing that up? And like, one of the solutions that people... Oh, I was gonna say, is this literally the only part in the game where you actually need to switch between the two sides of ladders? No. I just started on the wrong side. Now I'm so high that if I fall, I probably will die. Regardless of how much health I have. Like, one of the solutions to that unfortunately not a lot of games seem to do, is to put in, like, parentheses or brackets the intent of the action. Like, apparently Starfield does that. Which, so far, I've only seen that as far as, like, it'll put in brackets, like, if you're gonna lie. Which is still good. It's one of those things where, as one of the comments said, not having that there is the immersive version, but not having it also... how did they phrase it? It means the player is missing out on vital information that they kind of need for decision making in that point, at that point, in that part of the game. So although more immersive, it is more objectively the worst option because you need that context information to be able to make your choice correctly. Especially in a game where you're playing a role of the character you made up in something like Starfield. I can kind of more forgive it in something like The Witcher, where you don't make Geralt. He is his own character. So accidentally having him say the wrong thing is not really that big of a deal, because it's not like, oh man, I'm playing out of character. It's like, it's still Geralt. It's still in character. But then you look at something like Fallout 4, where that's my character on the screen, and they're not supposed to be a sarcastic jerk, but then you accidentally hit the option that makes them be a sarcastic jerk. It's frustrating. Although, I say that, you know, I use Fallout 4 as an example, but Fallout 4 at least has the kind of feature where each button kind of is a set response. So if you want to keep being nice to people, you could just keep hitting A, because A is pretty much always the nice option, B is always the rude one, and then, like, X is tell me more, and Y is sarcastic jerk. Look at that, another 10,000 florins. Oh, I'm dying. How about I just take a potion? Because I got, well, not a lot, but I can hold a lot now. I bought a big bag. So what else can we do here? I guess just the main mission now. Yeah, I guess we'll go start the memory now. If I can get off this roof. The hay didn't bring me all the way down. Oh good, more hay. Yeah, it does just genuinely surprise me that there aren't more games that put in brackets or parentheses the thing you're meant to be doing with that. Especially in a case where, you know, you could end up causing the, you know, in a situation where being mean to an NPC doesn't really matter, that I would say that's fine. But in a situation where, like, which dialogue option you pick is going to be the difference between punching someone in the face and not punching them in the face. Oh, we're going to Leonardo now. I think it's vital to have that piece of information of, hey, if you pick this,
Ezio,
you're going to start a fight or
right. This madness with
punch
the
someone in the
Medici
face.
and the Pazzi, is this why you pursue
Possibly not
Francesco?
starting a fight.
Not exactly.
Well, whatever your reasons, the city's safe again thanks to you. Now tell me, how may I be of service? Ah, another page.
Pages. I got all the codex pages in
It's a
this
similar
this
cipher to
city.
the last one. This won't take long. Interesting. Oh, indeed. I see. It's another blade design for delivering poison.
Can you build it?
See, it won't take very long. I just need to find a way to hollow out the blade without sacrificing the...
It's all right, Leonardo. Just do what you need to do.
See, it's funny that he says that. That Leonardo says what he did.
All done.
Because there are people who still complain about it.
Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison. From a doctor.
In high enough doses, that which cures can kill.
I am in your debt once more, my friend.
Anytime, Ezio. Anytime.
I believe the saying is, it's the dose that makes the poison. But yeah, I think there are, you know, YouTube sword people, those kinds of dudes who look at a sword that delivers poison and they go, well, okay, a blade, a hidden blade that delivers poison. I'm not really sure why they give you this, because the hidden blade is already lethal. But yeah, YouTube sword people be like, oh, you can't have a sword that delivers poison because to have the tube, you know, the pipe that delivers the poison, it would sacrifice the integrity of the blade. You know, even though Leonardo says right there, he realizes that's exactly what would happen. And then, you know, video game logics his way into, aha, here we go. Here's the way you do that without sacrificing the integrity of the blade. And then people will complain anyway. Because video game logicking into a cool weapon is not enough for some people. Some people have to have extreme logic and realism in their stuff. And I say that realizing both A, I've already talked about that, and B, I've already said how I prefer Assassin's Creed being more historical, history-based than fantasy-based. But hey, at least I got Assassin's Creed 3, where, you know, it's American history, which is like the only history class I've taken. I got at least one game out of history I actually know.
No, stay away from me.
No, get down here. Man, he's getting away. I almost had him and he's getting away. Get up, Ezio.
Stay back. Behind.
Drop, drop, drop. Oops. I knocked him off the roof. I didn't even realize that was a fall. I thought that was just gonna go back down to the roofs. Well, so I got 1,000 florins out of it. Excuse me. Burping. I think before we go hit that new mission, I want to take a moment to go into the database. Because if I go to, like, people... Well, first of all, you have this, which basically just tells you what all of these features of the game do. Like, say, the Herald. And then you got the big text that tells you what they did lore-wise. And then you got Rebecca's comment where she tells you the gameplay feature. Where you could bribe the guy to stop shouting about your assassinations. But what I wanted to go into was targets. Well, actually, it was briefly into contacts. Because there are some interesting things here, I think. So, one thing was I looked at all the Ezio family's lore. And, confusingly, Petruccio's says... Apparently, or... I guess I should start at the beginning, naturally. This is where you should usually start things. The youngest of the Auditore children, Petruccio was described as having a weak constitution by Giovanni Auditore in a letter to Lorenzo de' Medici soon after the boy's birth. Apparently, he didn't improve with time. Petruccio was pulled from school due to illness when he was 12 and, according to records from the family doctor, was confined to bed. No other data exists after that, so it's probable that he eventually succumbed to his illness. See, I find that kind of confusing that they write that. Because we know how he died. He was hanged. So... And I think these are supposed to be written by Sean, too, so it's... confusing. Like, an in-game character is saying, hey, this guy you watch die? We don't know how he died. And then, let's go to Federico's. Ezio's older brother and the eldest Auditore. Federico entered Medici Bank as a clerk when he was 19. However, the bank logs indicate he mostly ticked around rather than actually doing work. I forgot it said that. One entry goes into detail. On September 17th, 1475, a bag of gold florins went missing. After panic struck the bank, the elder Auditore approached Francesco Sassetti, and with a smile revealed the location of the bag, which had been hidden on the rooftop. If he weren't the son of Giovanni Auditore, I'd speak to Lorenzo de' Medici and have him put in the stocks. Unsurprisingly, Federico was removed from the bank's payroll shortly after his 20th birthday. And then Giovanni Auditore was one of the pivotal figures in 15th century Florentine banking. In charge of overseeing the Medici bank branches across Italy, he kept the Medici machine running while Lorenzo was busy with the government. Extending his reach out into the international operation, it was Giovanni who first noticed the problems with the Leon bank. Leon, I don't know. Causing him to alert Francesco Sassetti which saved the bank. Such great talent was well rewarded by Il Magnifico, which is Lorenzo's nickname. Giovanni developed a close relationship with Lorenzo de' Medici, becoming one of his closest advisors. Successful negotiations to secure the Pope's support of the Medici Bank in 1471 were carried out by Giovanni. Relieved and grateful, Lorenzo paid Giovanni's palazzo as a gift. So yeah, he wasn't lying. He really was a banker. Banker's not just a front for him being an assassin. Wait. And then we have targets. So I said before, it was kind of like mixing up all the characters. And I should probably should have read Lorenzo's entry. Yeah, I had problems keeping up with all the characters in the beginning. Yes, Lorenzo is the guy we were supposed to give a letter to, but he wasn't there. Simultaneously keeping the dream of the Florentine Republic alive, while leaving the people with very little legitimate power, Lorenzo de' Medici definitely ruled Renaissance Florence during its golden age. Lorenzo's father, Cosimo, I don't know, built the Medici Bank, creating one of the most powerful financial institutions in Europe, and becoming fabulously rich in the process. Considered the smartest of Cosimo's grandchildren, Lorenzo was already being sent on diplomatic missions as a child. Although his father was inept and sickly, his mother was a poet. I don't know how those two things contradict each other. She introduced Lorenzo to many of the prominent artists of the day, instilling in him a love of art and culture. In 1469, when he was only 20, Lorenzo became the head of the Medici family, at which point he quickly gained control of the Florentine government through friends in the city council, payoffs, strategic marriages, and threats. But Florence prospered with Lorenzo as its puppeteer. A peace was made between the warring states of Italy, and several masterpieces of Renaissance art by the likes of Botticelli and Michelangelo were made under his care. I forgot how long this one was. Ultimately, Lorenzo was happier writing poetry and shadow governing than directing his family's bank. During his lifetime, several branches of the bank collapsed, and the Medici assets were wasted on frivolities such as jousting tournaments. Lorenzo died in 1429. Spoilers. Nearly broke. He was unable to prevent the popular backlash against his rich lifestyle and the mad monk Savonarola's rise to power. Also, I don't think I'll read the whole thing, although it's probably one of the shorter ones. Never mind. Yeah, Maria's is also kind of long and interesting. See, this is what I do when I really like a game, is that I actually stop and read the lore. And it says she does like to support up and coming, yeah, literally right there, the words up and coming artists. Hence her support of Leonardo da Vinci. That's pretty cool. Is Leonardo in here? Yeah, there he is. The illegitimate son of a notary and a peasant woman, Leonardo da Vinci was raised in Tuscany. Like many destined to be superstars, he had no surname. Vinci being the town he was born, in which he was born. Sorry, the proper English, not ending with a preposition. At age 14, he was apprenticed to a Florentine painter, Verrocchio, who taught him chemistry, drafting, painting, sculpting, and modeling. When he was 20, Leonardo established his own workshop and then traveled across Italy, eventually painting his great masterpieces, The Last Supper in 1498 and the Mona Lisa in 1503 to 1507. We're not sure, apparently. During his travels, Leonardo studied the world with unquenchable curiosity, recording his observations in mirror writing within his notebooks. So, wait, did he write in a mirror, or did he write backwards and you could only read it in a mirror? Because if he could write backwards, that's pretty dang impressive. He created designs for a helicopter, tank, solar power, and a calculator, among others. I wonder how many of those were successful. Because, like, I think none of his flying machines ever worked. because, you know, it's the Wright brothers who figured out how to fly. Unfortunately for Leonardo. He was also an engineer designing garrisons, cannons, and movable barricades. I should look that up when we're done tonight. I should look up which of Leonardo's inventions were successful. Despite this epic list of accomplishments, Leonardo was hounded by his patrons for his chronic procrastination. Pieces frequently took years longer than he anticipated, and many were never finished at all. Relatable. Leonardo also had a tumultuous love life. Accused of sodomy in 1476, he was most likely homosexual. Salai, his assistant, was accused of stealing and spending too much money on clothes, but was also probably Leonardo's lover. Leonardo painted several pictures of Salai, including his famous St. John the Baptist, and left the Mona Lisa to him when he died in 1519. I remember hearing about that, but I don't remember if that was this game that taught me that. Anyway, I bet Leonardo was a pretty cool person in real life. Would have been cool to meet him. Right, targets. So yeah, basically, the story goes, the story that I'm missing, is that there was. So was there?
Jacopo de
Yeah, there we go.
Pazzi, the money.
Never mind, we're doing
This
Jacopo.
guy was the head of the Pazzi family.
I guess
and
he's
he
the
ran
next
their
target.
banking business. An associate of Lorenzo de' Medici, he had nothing against him personally. So he hired 4 Templar hitmen to take care of the situation for him. Bernardo di Bandino Baroncelli. Brought up to hate the Medici family for the exile of his cousins, Baroncelli ran the numbers in the Pazzi Bank by day and murdered for the Templars at night. It was Baroncelli who delivered the first blow. Stefano de Bagnoni, known for his
Okay, we
cruelty,
are going over all the
Bagnoni was
targets.
trained in Rome as a Templar butcher. It was Bagnoni who stabbed Lorenzo de' Medici in the back. Antonio Maffei. Witness to the sacking of Volterra by Florentine mercenaries, Maffei blamed Lorenzo. He joined the Templars to seek revenge. It was Maffei who slashed Lorenzo's neck. Archbishop Francesco Salviati. Convinced he would be the next Archbishop of Florence, Salviati was enraged when Lorenzo stood in his way. But the Templars were
If you're gonna
there
get
to
angry
heal
about
his
something, you're
wounds.
probably not fit to be Pope.
It was Salviati who marched their troops into the city.
Because, like, isn't the Pope supposed to be, like, you know, a saint? And I don't know about the literal definition of a saint, but the figurative version of a saint is, like, you know, someone who's really good and really kind. So, basically, what was going on and the stuff. Some of it they don't really tell you in the beginning, and I guess you're supposed to, like, read extended material or find out later, is that the De Pazzis want control of Italy, and they got to take it from the Medicis. And that's why they were trying to kill Lorenzo, because, you know, killing him would weaken the Medicis and make it easier for them to swoop in and take control, which is what they were trying to do when they were trying to kill him, and then we came along and saved Lorenzo. And, yeah, I think the papers we were supposed to deliver to Lorenzo that we couldn't get to him because he wasn't there were supposed to prove that I think it was that the Medici, or that the De Pazzis were trying to come for come for the Medicis and the political power and stuff. And that's why we were trying to get it to Lorenzo, but then we couldn't, and then we ended up giving it to Uberto. And he double-crossed us. This guy was apparently our family's lawyer, but I think this explains.
Alberti, trusted friend of the
Yeah, there we go.
Auditore family. According to the history books, this guy was a saint. He prosecuted murderers, rapists, the worst criminals. One of the best lawyers in Italy, he won every case, in spite of the fact that he was self-taught. Now, I found a back door into the Templars' database server. I've been combing it for some kind of smoking gun. I found it. Apparently, Uberto's family was evicted by the Medici Bank. Uberto's been aching for revenge ever since. And the Templars promised him support. Ezio's father was standing in the way, and Uberto was jealous of his influence over the Florentine government. Two birds with one stone, isn't it? It looks like Uberto used his election to the Signoria as his opportunity to strike.
And then some of these have a letter.
My love, I put these thoughts to paper in the hope that I might one day have the courage to share them with you. In time, you'll no doubt learn that I betrayed Giovanni, labeled him a traitor, and sentenced him to die. History will likely judge this to have been a matter of politics and greed. Know that it was not hate that forced my hand, but fear. When the Medici robbed us of all we owned, I found myself afraid. For you, for our son, for the future. What hope in this world for a man without proper means? They offered me money, land, and title in exchange for my collaboration. And so this is how I came to betray my closest friend. However unspeakable the act, it seemed necessary at the time. And even now, looking back, I see no other way.
Yeah, so it's after learning this, it is kind of hard to look at him as some traitorous monster like you might assume from just the beginning of the game. So it's, again, cool to see them continuing to humanize our targets. And let's see, what else was I missing? I guess that was basically it. The reason Lorenzo wasn't home when we took him to get the papers was because he was off in another country or city or whatever, trying to sort out an issue with I forget if it was a political or just a bank issue, but yeah, you know, he's big and important, and he was off doing important things. Or maybe he was trying to take care of something that was related to the DePazzi conspiracy. Anyway, let's
Vieri di Pazzi, the youngest member of the second most notorious Florentine banking family. This kid knew how to burn right through his father's money. Outside of spending sprees involving weaponry, exotic animals, and clothes, he was fiercely competitive. Vieri hosted races of all kinds: boating, horseback riding, running. All of them rigged, of course. And get this, if through some amazing stroke of luck he ever lost, he'd invite the winner's entire family over for a victory dinner and serve them a meal to die for.
Messer Francesco, I have done as requested and spoken with your son. I agree with your assessment, though only in part. Yes, Vieri is brash and prone to act without forethought. And he has a habit of treating the mercenari like playthings. I have received reports of at least 3 men being disfigured as a result. But I do not think him, as you put it, beyond repair. Rather, I believe the solution to be a simple matter. He seeks your approval, your attention. These outbursts of his are a result of insecurities born out of a sense of inadequacy. He speaks of you often and fondly, and expresses a desire to be closer to you. So, if he is loud and foul and angry, I believe it is simply because he wants to be noticed. He wants to be loved. Act as you see fit on the information I've given you here. But I must ask that we end this correspondence. Were he to discover the nature of our conversations, I fear what might become of me. Yours in confidence, Fra Giocondo.
I still don't remember if we're supposed to know who Fra Giocondo is. And I think I already played this letters dialogue before, but just making sure everyone else is on the same page as me, because I wasn't on the same page before. And the last one, Francesco de Pazzi.
Francesco de Pazzi, Brought up as a noble in a city captivated by the newly rich Medici family, Francesco was taught to hate the middle class and its social climbers. Dismayed, he watched as the Medici bank eclipsed his own, and centuries of influence over the Florentine government slipped away. It looks like the Spaniard offered him a solution. Rather than compete in something as dirty as banking, Francesco only had to do one thing for the Templars, one thing to put the middle class in their place for good. Kill the Medici. Giovanni Auditore tried to stop Francesco by putting him in jail, but the Templars took care of that.
Now, excuse me. Unfortunately, there's no letter. Now, but I still don't understand, and maybe it's something that just hasn't been revealed to us. Why do the Templars care who's in control of Italy? Why don't they just try to take power from the or not take power, take control of the Medici family? You know, influence them to then have influence over Italy. I don't get why they think the De Pazzis need to be in power. But yeah, normally I wouldn't do a lore dump like that, but like I said, I was kind of honestly a little lost with the beginning of this game's story, so I wanted to help in case anyone else might have been missing some pieces there. Not the ladder. I didn't say ladder. I said go this way. Wait, are we going back to the... We're going out of town. Okay. So we're done. We're done in Florence, I guess. Gonna go ahead and buy a fast travel for 100 florins. Sorry, I was reading Discord. I knew it was gonna still be reading by the time the thing loads. I keep forgetting where the city entrance is. It's over here. You know what? I'm gonna go back to the villa on the roofs and see if maybe I can't spot the final statue. They do highlight with eagle vision, so that's one way you can make it a little bit easier. But I say that, and I still haven't found it. So, you know, an ally's glow blue, so that could be a little distracting. Same with hiding spots. Gives me that reaction of, oh, there it is. No, wait, no, that's just a person. And it didn't end up helping. Okay. Well, whatever. I'll look for it again later. Probably. Depending on how I feel, I guess. So we're returning to Mario.
Ezio! Come in, come in. To what do we owe the honor?
Okay, I had to take 2 more steps
Sent from
towards
Firenze
him.
by Il Magnifico to attend to some unfinished business. I'm looking for Jacopo de Pazzi.
Ha! Who isn't? We've been at it for days.
And perhaps what I carry will help us both. A list of his co-conspirators. One of them will talk before he dies.
Excellent. These men are sure to lack Jacopo's resources, which means they will be easier to find. I will put my scouts to it at once.
I appreciate the help, Uncle. I've got something else for you as well. More codex pages.
Ah, let's see what we can learn. What is this? What profit?
What did you find, Uncle?
Just another damn mystery. The text here roughly translates to only the prophet may open it. There's reference to 2 pieces of Eden, but these pages offer no answers, Nipote. At least, not on their own. You must find more.
We'll have to save it for another day, Uncle. I have a mission to attend to.
As you wish. Now, if you hope to defeat these bastardi, I will need to teach you a few things. Meet me on the practice field.
Ooh, new combat options? Okay. But I said okay. Is it gonna teleport me there? Yeah, okay. You can put your codex pages on the wall, but
You're
I guess it doesn't mean
familiar with
anything until you have them all
counterattack.
anyway, so...
But what happens when your enemy is as well?
I don't usually give them the opportunity.
Tough talk offers little protection against Templar steel.
Then by all means, Maestro. Teach me what to do.
Now dodge. Hurry up and die!
Couldn't I already dodge?
Thirsty.
Bene, bene. Now do it again. Much better. One last time now.
Okay, you can't hold it. I'm pretty sure I already learned that with the first game, but just checking. Yeah, there we go, with disarm. When unarmed, hold R1 and press square to disarm. Square to disarm.
Let's see it another time.
Lock on. There we go. There. Also, not really sure how relevant it is, but Lorenzo's the one who gives you all the assassination contracts. He's the one, or at least all the ones I did so far have been signed Lorenzo. So he's, you can kind of think of him as the assassin leader of this game, even though Mario's the one teaching us everything basically. Lorenzo's the mastermind, pretty much.
And they wait your word to strike.
Relay the following. No man moves until they have spoken with Ezio. Intesi?
It will be done.
Go, Ezio. Visit with my mercenaries in the countryside. See if Jacopo's lackeys won't lead you to him. But be careful. They will be expecting you.
Okay, so where are we going now? We're going to Tuscany. Isn't that where Leonardo da Vinci's originally from? Or am I misremembering? Wouldn't be surprised if I was misremembering. Still kind of sucks that there's no direct fast travel. You can't just open your map and hit go to this place. But, you know, product of its times. That wasn't a... If any game did that, it just wasn't common yet. Don't worry, I'm sure it won't be until Assassin's Creed 3 that we get to do that. I'm sure one of the two games that come after this will do that before the third game. Brutes are fierce fighters protected by powerful armor. Very descriptive description. I think there's also another enemy to... Oh man, we got several missions here. They mentioned, one of the loading screen tips mentioned an enemy called Seekers. I forget if that was on screen, but basically Seekers are just the guys who will seek you out in your hiding spots. So I think as long as you don't have one of those guys chasing you, you can hide when you're in the yellow circle. I don't remember if the tutorial for the yellows, you know, the tutorial for escaping being searched out said you have to escape the circle to you know, get your level of hidden back down to normal. Can't think of the words there. Yeah, as long as there's... I think as long as there's not a seeker searching you out, that you can hide in plain sight inside that circle. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. I don't like being looked at.
He'll break something, the idiot.
Was my horse gaining suspicion? Also, that kind of defeats my theory there, because they searched that hiding spot after I jumped in. So I guess whatever I was building at there was not true. But it does seem like every time I leave the yellow circle, that detection goes back to normal. So I don't know. Maybe if they're just so far behind you that they can't get to your hiding spot, that you can do it. That you can utilize a hiding spot within the circle, as long as they don't pop you out of your hiding spot before they give up. You know, you could treat it as a way to get out of line of sight without actually staying permanently out of line of sight, in a sense. Excuse me, jeez. Stop burping. Because a hiding spot is still breaking line of sight, but it doesn't count as breaking line of sight for the purposes of being able to hide.
Where do you think he's from? I know that. I'm sure. Not you!
Yeah, so maybe if I... see if I break... Okay. This line of sight... Oh, the hiding spot. Get there.
That's the area. He's here somewhere. You die, ora. Ah, there he is.
Okay. Yeah, so that's that theory proven wrong. Well, at least I learned something. You know, it reminds me of that Thomas Edison quote. It's like something along the lines of, I didn't fail, I just found 100 ways that it won't work. Something like that. I heard that quote the other day. I should be able to remember it. Should be able to quote it in full. Okay, let me go to this hiding spot that's up here on this corner here. Yeah, see, it always seems like whenever I get out of that circle and I head towards a hiding spot, that they just give up anyway. 20,000 florins in the chest. Now, if I could not get discovered on my way to go talk to this guy, that would be pretty cool.
Ah, there you are. Listen, we've found Stefano da Bagnone. Just follow this road and it'll bring you to the abbey where he's taken refuge. Wait, before you go, take these. You can use them to create a distraction. My thanks,
Smoke
friend.
bombs? The cowl does not make the monk. The Mad Monk? Is that guy that Lorenzo wasn't able to stop from rising to power before he died? Smoke bombs, yeah, that was one of my other ideas for dealing with all those brutes in the Peacekeeper mission, was to wait until I got smoke bombs and use those to be able to assassinate them all in a row. I don't know if this game works like that, but that, you know, you sure could do that in Tears of the Kingdom, and that was pretty fun.
Let us pray, brother.
Pray? Pray for what?
The Lord's protection.
If you think the Lord has any interest in our affairs, you've another thing.
Oh, look, there he is.
But please, by all means, continue to delude yourself.
For one of the assassination contracts I did, I forgot that targets are marked in yellow. No, not double assassination, no! Ezio doesn't kill civilians!
Now I will see who was right.
Ah.
Where is Jacopo?
Nothing to fear, I suppose. They meet in the shadow of the Roman gods.
Ora sei libero dalla paura. Requiescat in pace.
Oh, now they want me to use this smoke bomb. I'm Batman! Oh. Yeah, there we go. So, again, I feels like you just need to leave the circle. You don't necessarily have to hide. It certainly works where you don't have to hide if you're out of the circle. But I'm sure there's, you know... I'm sure you could easily become seen again, even out of the circle, if you're not hiding. So ideally, you do both. But sometimes it seems one or the other works. Don't necessarily need both. Kind of getting flashbacks to Assassin's Creed. What are you jumping over? What did you jump over? Getting flashbacks to Assassin's Creed 1 and its open world. I mean, that one was more hallway-y. And this is just like wide open plains with nothing in them. I would make a joke where it's like, just like Breath of the Wild. Except the difference is in Breath of the Wild, you're like, except for like Hyrule Field, you're pretty much always a stone's throw away from a Korok. So you can't say there's nothing in them. It's always something, you just gotta be looking for something. And even in Central Hyrule Field, in Breath of the Wild, you still had Guardians trying to kill you there, so... Again, not really empty. Like, there was still purpose. I don't know why I'm still arguing this. I don't think anyone's mad that I'm like, I was gonna make that joke, but I didn't. Okay, where are they at? Yeah, you said over here. I couldn't see you. Where?
We found Archbishop Salviati. He's barricaded himself inside that villa. Take some of my men. Use them to clear the fields. Then find a way over the wall so you can open the gates.
Command over my own army. A nice change of pace from the usual sneaking and stabbing. I like it.
You know, I feel like that's a joke that Desmond would have made. But because it came out of fan favorite character Ezio's mouth, that no one is mad about the line. No one grumbles at it like they would if Desmond made it. If Desmond had been the one to say it. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be where you formally learn about the mercenaries. So what am I supposed to be doing? Subdue the Villa Guards and kill Francesco Salviati. Salvador Dalai Lama. Ooh. I'm sure they will.
All that awaits you here is death. Turn back.
All right, you know what to do.
Yeah, this guy's a brute. Ow. Yeah, see, it seems like they just have uncounterable moves sometimes. Gotcha. I think their armor does prevent them from being backstabbed to death immediately, like I can do with these guys. More guards, more killing. As long as I can remember the button. And hey, just for fun, how about I pull out that new knife I bought? If anyone will actually fight me. But I think the knife's thing is more speed. It's fun having a new set of animations, though. Where are you guys going? Oh, there's another guy. Okay, how did I get inside? I guess I did need to kill those guys because they're in the way of this. I need to kill this guy because he's mad at me, and I can't have people who are mad at me. That's not fun. Oh, it fell off the roof. That guy half fell off the roof.
I warned you to stay away, assassin. You should have listened.
Men, prepare yourselves. The assassin has arrived.
I need to find a way to open the gates.
We'll get him.
See, sometimes when I was fighting the brutes, I could just do this. I could just, even though combat had clearly started, I could still kill them. Wait, why does that guy not have any armor? Oh, is he the target? Is he the main guy?
What's the point? There won't be anything left of you to recognize.
It's quite a plan you have. Spouting nonsense while you send these other men to die.
I am a reasonable man. What say you to this? Turn back now, and I'll call off my men.
Aspetti il permesso de...
Sorry, friend. You... Where is Jacopo?
He knows you come for him, emerging only in darkness to meet with the others.
That answers when. Now tell me where. Fede dovrebbe dare conforto. Non pena. Requiescat in pace. You are on my list. Your fate is sealed.
Guess I didn't need to bring in the mercenaries. Glad this is settled. The gate is open. Good. Sure did do a good job of opening that gate for everyone. Horse. Wait, was that a viewpoint? No? There's a viewpoint here where there's no earthly reason for there to have a viewpoint except to clear up this little scrap of view. Or mystery, I guess I should say, you know, non-view. Let's find it. Okay, next mission, we're gonna go into the city now. I guess I'll get that viewpoint if I hit it on the way there. Not sure if I follow the path, I'll see it. Is that it? I think that's it right there. Don't get spooked by the bushes. Sometimes horses get... You know, sometimes the little bushes like that have just enough collision to freak out a horse. And I don't think that's a problem exclusive to Assassin's Creed. I think sometimes just in general, horses aren't super smartly programmed and they freak out over nothing. I think more especially in games that try to have realistic horse handling. Like Red Dead 2 and Breath of the Wild. It's like they try to bring in that realistic element, but it just makes them more finicky. More prone to getting excited over nothing. Whereas, like, you know, Epona in Ocarina of Time, she has, like, 2 modes. I will jump this, and I will not jump this. You pretty much know if you're going at something, if you're going to jump it. And then, you know, because the horse AI is not so good, if you get to, like, a rock, she's either just going to ignore it, if it's a small rock, or a big rock, where she would just not try to jump it at all and treat it like you just ran her straight into a wall. Which, I don't know, maybe Breath of the Wild horses would be more like that as well. You know, if you're heading straight towards a rock, they would probably stop like normal. But, you know, you still have those problems in some games where sometimes they just treat some small, insignificant object. Oh, hey, look, we're back here. This is the place we were when we got throwing knives. They gave us smoke bombs, too. Wonder what we'll get the next time we visit here. Hey, hang on. I know you get mad at me, but I hate this poster. It's a bad picture, man. Like, I'm just imagining a moment where you try to jump a rock with a horse in, like, Red Dead 2, and then instead of, like, going around the rock, like good horse AI would do, the horse, like, freaks out at the rock and goes up on its back legs and then flips over. I don't know if that's a glitch that has actually happened in Red Dead, but it sounds about right. Because they're trying to be more realistic, so that the AI is like, ooh, object I can't jump. How about I freak out? But it doesn't realize that it's a rock that it could just easily steer around. Actually, I think that's what they tried to do with Breath of the Wild's horses, where they would just naturally go around stuff. And they definitely do have pretty decent, you know, auto-pathing if you just let the horse, quote-unquote, drive itself. Glad I can do that while people are mad at me. Oh, look, pigeons. The city has those, apparently. Have to come back for those later. There's a viewpoint that I'm just going to jump off of. Oh, they still have not lost line of sight. That's almost impressive. If it weren't for a problem, if it weren't a problem for me, I would be impressed. But it is, so I'm not impressed. I am annoyed. Dog, just let me get up the roof. Why are their rocks so accurate? No! I swear, I have yet to have a single moment in this game where I fall off the roof and it actually reacts normally. The ragdolling is so extreme. It's more like dropping a Muppet off a roof. Okay, how about I hide over here? No, not that guy. Don't line of sight me. Don't run up the bench. There, okay. Green is good, right? Green is everything is fine. I don't want to pay the guy. It still costs a lot of money to pay off those guys. I still don't care to do it if I can avoid to. Like, I'll gladly come up to this guy and hit heal now, because that's only 50. In fact, while it's giving me that message, how about I just max out my potions? 900 florins worth of potions. Shouldn't need it, hopefully, if I just avoid dying. Because the game does auto-heal me. Like, at the start of missions and stuff. So, as long as I don't die in the middle of something, I should be fine. The potions are really only if I... Sorry, I keep saying potion. Medicine is only if I am in the middle of something and I'm almost dead. You know, if I'm failing to hit and blade counter someone too much. Oh, don't mind me just dropping in.
Ezio, about time you got here. We found Bernardo Baroncelli.
Ottima notizia. Tell me where he is and I'll see that he's dealt with.
That's the trouble. Lorenzo actually had him arrested days ago, after being returned to us from Constantinople. But he escaped.
Istanbul?
We believe him to be somewhere inside San Gimignano.
Va bene. I'll see if I can't pin him down.
How do you expect to succeed where the rest of us have failed?
I have my ways.
Come out and play. Locate and assassinate the guy. Okay. Simple enough. Hey, buddy. Hey. Most people would punch you or kill you and just take the loss on the game, telling you can't kill civilians. I'll give you what you want.
Wow!
That guy made him drop a box. Get him! Oh, I did not lose them in the crowd, like I was hoping to. Wait. Is that a codex? Oh, dang it. Excuse me. Wait, is that? Hang on. Stop. Not. The thing that I'm telling you to do. What if I haven't? What are you gonna do if I haven't, huh? Throwing rocks? Well, you know what he said. He without first sin cast the first stone. There's so many rocks. I can't deal. I can't deal with all these rocks. I was hoping that guy tried to jump down to try to climb and follow me, but then fell and died. No. That did not happen. Where'd he go? Yeah, I forgot that tailing missions exist in this game, and one of the assassination contracts I did had that as part of it. 2 of them, actually. And I forgot that the way they work at this game is if the NPC is not on camera at all, even if you still can see their mission marker, even if you can, like, even if technically Ezio should still be able to figure out where the person is, they will be counted as not in sight, and the game will put a timer on screen and be like, hey, you can't see the guy, you gotta make sure you don't lose line of sight. So apparently this game just does not understand the concept of object permanence. Oh, stop it. I'm not even doing the main thing I'm supposed to be here for. Oops, I'm scaring a doctor. Yeah, I think a guard did fall off the roof. I definitely did not kill that guy. Okay, now can I please go back to doing what I'm supposed to be doing without getting attacked for just walking? Not even jaywalking, because there are no streets. I mean, technically these are streets, but not streets as we know them. I'm not in the road. I'm on a path. I'm on the footway. It's not even jaywalking. Jaywalking hasn't been made up yet. I feel like I should hire the courtesans just so I stop getting attacked. Do I keep saying it courtesans? Isn't it supposed to be courtesans?
He'll get bored, lost.
Oh, look, there he is.
Distracted. Killed. It will be okay. And if he does come, if it happens, I keep moving. Never in one place for long. Only how to sleep. When to sleep. Where to sleep. The guard tower, perhaps. They'll think me mad. They don't know. I'll pay them, yes. Then what will it matter? All they care about is coin. All anyone cares about is coin. Good for the Brotherhood, good for me. Safer this way, yes. Yes, I'll ask, and then I will be protected. We'll meet when it's time. And I'll leave.
I don't want to interrupt this guy.
Free. In time. In time. Wait, what is that? I saw something. That mercenario come to spy on me. No. Just my nerves. Hard to stay calm, knowing that he seeks me. I must stay focused, and soon this will be done. Soon.
I like that if I wanted to, I could hire these mercenaries while hiding in the hay. Let me see here. I bet I could just wait for that guy to loop around to where I can pop out of a crowd and stab him. I don't know if I wanna just wait around. I bet I do need those 3 guys that just happen to be patrolling in front of him. See those 3 guys? I want those guys to go away. Psst. Hey thieves.
Buy me a little time.
Yes, that's what those guys do. Pick the guards' pockets, and then the guards are like, hey, my money! And then they try to... Or not. No, not the civilians. Jeez, freaking... If I had $1 for every time the game
Knew you would come.
double assassinated the wrong people.
So you can do to him what
I'd have
you've done to me?
$2.
There is still time for you to clear your conscience.
We gather at the church when a meeting is called.
Mi duole dover giungere a tanto. Requiescat in pace.
I'm gonna have to pull out my smoke bombs because the game thought I wanted to kill the civilians, even though the game is like, hey, don't kill civilians. It's like, well, it's not my fault I killed those people. It's your fault, game. You're the one who decided I wanted to kill those guys, not me. It's like that Eric Andre bit where he shoots Hannibal and he's like, why did he make me do that? I think that's how that went. It's been a while since I've seen that. Okay. Yeah, I still have one more mission to do. I'm gonna take a quick break. So we'll do that when I come back. I can leave it paused here because this is technically a pause screen. We are back. We are back to map. I probably should have gotten comfortable before saying we're back. Oh, the other way. Where is that poster? Can you still see me? Is he still mad that I'm on the roof? I have no idea why they are so mad that people are on the roofs. That they're willing to kill them to get off. And why don't they never have a problem with these guys. Never a problem with the thieves hanging out on the roof. But if I'm standing next to the thieves and a guard sees me, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you. You're not supposed to be up here." It's like, I don't get it.
Salute, Ezio. Antonio Maffei has sought refuge atop the city's tallest structure, spouting scripture and arrows in equal measure. The man has clearly lost his mind. Making matters worse, he's posted archers all around him. You do well to clear them out before approaching.
Grazie for the information.
Okay, good. We get to assassinate him. I'm glad this is not a mission where I have to kill the archers first, and then I get a mission to kill the main guy. It's one of those guys. Let him go. Let him go. He's running towards me. Free money! Here, you know what? How about I... Keep the change! Got some notoriety for that, but that's okay. I've been having notoriety. That's not one you can climb. Swing on the bar. Okay, so he's up. He's up there. And the archers are over there, apparently. It's like right there. No, I should keep the throwing knives on. Don't slide off the roof. I need your pockets. I've still been looting these guys. Seems like they only ever carry like 4 florins. But sometimes you get your throwing knives back. Sometimes they have medicine. I assume they might be able to have poison. Target the... There. It kind of defeats the point of throwing a knife if I just run back up to them and try to get the knife back. So I'm going to try to not do that every time, because knives I don't think are very expensive. They shouldn't be. And I'm sure I can just loot them off of any old guy next time I get into a regular fight anyway. A sword fight. Oh look, they've set this up in the... They've set it up in a zigzag, so this takes the longest amount of time possible to climb this tower. Very nice of them. Like, I feel like part of the original Assassin's Creed legacy, the first game's legacy, was the fact that you could climb on things. And at the time, that was impressive. But I feel like once you get to the second game, the novelty is already worn off, so... This climbing up the tower section is not very impressive. It just reminds me of people's analyses of games like Uncharted, where it's all cinematic. So as you're climbing up stuff, it's like, oh man, oh bro, the thing broke off. Oh man, is Nathan Drake gonna survive this encounter? Is he gonna be able to climb up and not die? But then the reality of it is that it's just it's like a zigzagging hallway with special effects blowing up every couple of feet. You know, it's like if you were walking down a hallway, but every like 10 feet there was confetti. It's like it doesn't make it more exciting, it just means that the hallway is just a hallway with confetti. You stop. You stop. So like these guys I can loot because I didn't throw knives at them. It's not redundant. Now it's redundant because I did get a knife. Are you done spouting scripture up there?
By the light of the Lord, be cleansed.
No grazie.
Oh yeah, he realizes I'm here. He's just...
You would enjoy that, wouldn't you?
Beg forgiveness.
I have no need to.
Give me strength, oh Lord, that I might cast out.
Sorry, no strength for you.
Away with you, demon.
Have some respect for death, my friend.
I'll show you respect.
No, I will. Che tu possa al fine trovare riposo, corpo e nella mente. Requiescat in pace.
Do you have any throwing knives on him? Oh, the letter from Jacopo de Pazzi.
Brother, as you've no doubt heard by now, he hunts us in search of retribution. We should never have consented, never have conspired. But what's done is done. And so, I have called a meeting with Maestro 3 nights from now to ask for sanctuary, either in Venezia or with him or in Roma. We will assemble at the church in San Gimignano and travel to the meeting location at the appointed hour. I urge you to attend. Remaining here would be suicide. The assassin is relentless. We cannot hope to stop him on our own. But perhaps, aided by Maestro, we might buy ourselves the time to form a proper response. Guard yourself well. Firenze may be lost to us, but it does not have to mean our end. May the Father of Understanding guide you. Your brother, Jacopo.
Alright, now where's the hay I jump into? Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, here we go. Went a little too far down because there's the mission is up here. It's not like I could have controlled where I leap of faith. With friends like these. How many? I swear, that is a quest title I hear a lot. Tail Jacopo to the Templar meeting, then assassinate him. So now you get a taste, if you've never seen this game before, now you get a taste of how jank the tailing mechanics are. Okay, so first we gotta highlight him.
Stay my blade
So
long
there he
enough
is.
to follow him. He'll lead me to his Templar brothers.
Okay,
I'll
so
have
you...
more names for my list.
Sorry, Ezio. You see how he's just, like, right there and very easily in Ezio's line of sight? Okay, never mind. It doesn't work quite like that. But, watch as he comes down this way. Watch if I get, like, right here. Like, he's behind a pillar. I know where he is, but the game is like, oh no, where'd he go? So stupid.
What's going on here? Are they late? They haven't seen me. This much I know.
And I never can tell if the way they want you to approach these is to tail behind them and stick to the crowds. Get the money. Or if they want you to go along these sort of roof paths and just not go up on the roof. Because they pretty much always lead to the roof. But I think you can either avoid it or just not go all the way up, or... Like, I think there was supposed to be a rooftop path to these. Oops, the body fell in the path. Speaking of path. Oh no, where did he go? Oh, he's right there. Okay. I like to think that these missions are easier in future games because you get the ability to not that. I wanted to swing on the thing. You get the ability to, like when you're on the streets, you can hide behind corners. Oh no, I don't know where he's at. Okay, there he is. Why is he using a key on the ladder? I swear I cannot get the tone on that correct anymore. I don't know what happened. Yeah, these with the increased amount of hiding spots that future games have, I like to think it becomes easier. Huh? What was that sound? Oh, a body! Although, actually, I think the future... I think, like... I keep saying the future games. It starts at Assassin's Creed 3. I think those games from 3 and beyond start to have a distance parameter. So, I don't know if this game also... Like... I don't know if there's a distance... Like, if I get too far away... If it'll start to get mad at me. You guys want money? Yeah, you... No! You bumped into me! Well, I guess I'm gonna get to see if there's a distance parameter. Climb! 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 I could climb that in real life, and here you are getting stabbed in the face. Rolling on the ground instead of climbing. An easy climb.
Your letter mentioned Venezia. Are there Templars there as well?
Okay. I don't hate these tailing missions, but what definitely sucks about them is I don't think there are checkpoints. Which kind of makes sense, because how would you checkpoint something like this? Where you're following someone on a path? I mean, I guess you could still have predefined points for you respawning and for the guy you're tailing to respawn. But, I don't know, it does seem like a tricky thing to figure out. So I don't blame them for not doing it, but I hate anything where when you fail, you have to start over from the very beginning. Unless it's something like the Cave of Ordeals, or Pit of 100 Trials, where it's something you explicitly know that the challenge is getting all the way to the end without dying. But not something like this, where you're just slowly following a guy along, and there's nothing you can do to make it go faster. And if you fail, you have to start over from the very beginning. As if your first attempt meant nothing.
How many men are responsible for my father's death?
Uh-oh, wait, this guy watching me. Accidentally found one of those, cliffs. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, Maestro. I did all I could, but the assassin proved too strong.
Clearly. Else the others would be here with you. To say nothing of the fact that Firenze remains in Medici hands.
It's Francesco's fault. His impatience made him reckless. I tried to be the voice of reason.
More like the voice of cowardice.
You're one to talk, Signor Barbarigo. Had you sent us quality weapons instead of this garbage you Venetians call armament?
We put our faith in your family, and you repay us with inaction and incompetence? Then when asked to account for your failures, you make excuses and insult us? How do you expect me to respond?
I don't know.
It's all right. I do.
No. Please. No, don't.
Please don't what?
I can fix this. Only spare me.
No. What a mess. So sorry to have claimed your prize, assassin.
That's not where I was
Did
standing.
you honestly think I wouldn't expect you to follow? That I didn't plan for it? We've been at this a lot longer than you. Kill him.
Ezio could have picked a better hiding spot.
As you're told. So if you release me, I will spare your lives.
Ha! Listen to this one!
Oh, I didn't get to press square because I was waiting for more dialogue. Man, I bet that would have been a cool assassination moment. I'll just have to gain an assassination moment by doing this. There. By doing this. By doing this. Wait. By doing this. By doing this. By doing this. By doing. By doing. Okay, well, not the spear guy. Ow. Just the spear guy. Come on, I want to get at least one. There we go. By doing this. All right, now let's do an actual fight now. Let's try disarming. Let's try to. Nope. Stop bumping your face on nothing. There was a brute here this whole time. Thank you for the axe. Yeah, I forget if I said, but that was another way the guide that I read said you could do the Peacemaker mission where you gotta kill 10 of those guys in a minute. But because it relied on countering, I'm just like, how would I try, how would I try assassinating them before the fight even starts? Ah, the axe got stuck. My Jacopo sure is hanging on for a while. Thanks for the sword. Ah, my armor broke. I want to kill you with your own spear. Or just smack you over the face with it, okay. You sure did hang on a long time, Jacopo. Let me put you out of your misery.
Vai, amico. Libero da fardelli e paure. Requiescat in pace.
I guess technically now I've killed 3 generations of De Pazzi. That broke my armor. Oh, I think we're about to get pulled out of the Animus. But there's a glyph there! I want to get the... Let me get the glyph! You can't just put a glyph right in front of my face and then tell me I can't get it right now. It's right there. I might as well. Jump and dive and press X. It is cool to see that not only do your weapons show up on... Well, I don't know about the knife. I guess it's covered by the cloak. Like, not only are your weapons all, you know, unique designs that show up as you equip them. Naturally. But also your pieces of armor also show up over Ezio's iconic outfit. It's 1480 now. Is it another 2 years time jump? Or has it been 1480? I forget. Man, you're not even pulling me out of the Animus, you're just fast traveling me away from where I was. Okay. So we're still in Florence. Just double checking that nothing has popped up now. Alright, we'll just go to the story mission. So when I was looking at the guide for how to finish that one quest, I did see how many quests there were. There were like 8 on that page, and I think Peacekeeper was like number 5.
The Pazzi are dead. Every one of them.
I must admit, I've never before believed I could desire the death of others so badly.
Nor I.
Ezio, thank you for the role you've played in keeping this dream of mine alive a little longer.
L'onore è mio, signore.
What will you do now, figliolo?
There are still others I must hunt, signore. They are already digging their claws into the heart of Venezia.
No. La bella Venezia. Then that is where your journey must take you, Ezio. Before you leave us, I have something for you. A gift. This cape identifies you as a friend of the Medici. As long as you wear it, the city guards will be more tolerant of your actions. But be warned, it will not grant you immunity from the law. Che la fortuna favorisca la tua lama.
I just became Thane of Florence. Yeah, I thought this was something I had to... Well, maybe you can buy other cloaks. I did remember Lorenzo gifting you the Medici cape. Notoriety will not increase in Florence or Tuscany. Oh man, I gotta go back to Tuscany anyway to do other questy stuff. So that'll be nice not getting notoriety there. Yeah, I think there are other cloaks you can get. Man, that does look pretty snazzy on him with the red belt too. Put it back over your shoulder. Yeah. It's too bad that whenever you do basically anything that the cape, you know, it spreads out behind you, which makes sense. It's fine, but then you have to stop and wait for Ezio to put it back over his arm. And it always seems like by the time he does it, I'm ready to go do something else right after. So what's the blue guy? Is that Leonardo? We're gonna go talk to Leonardo before we leave. Yeah, I don't remember if you gotta buy other cloaks or if you're gifted them for doing things later on. I don't think the story gives you any more cloaks. Excuse me. Too bad the doctors can't repair my armor. I don't need a heal, but I do need to repair my boots, apparently. Yeah, I think this is Leonardo's place. Just gotta find a freaking door. It's a fancy door that lets you know he has money.
Mi dispiace, messer, but he is gone. Maestro Leonardo was commissioned by a Venetian noble to paint some portraits. He paid for the maestro to move his entire workshop to Venezia. It's quite an opportunity.
Grazie mille, friend.
I got paid for getting a cloak and finding out that Leonardo's not home. It's no wonder money is kind of meaningless in this game. I mean, not meaningless. There's plenty to buy, but, you know, good timing. And look, there's a blacksmith right here. I can repair my armor. I'm hesitating because it's like, wait, how about I just buy better armor? So 5,000. It'd be 7,000, or, well, 8,000 rounding up. 20. Yeah, I don't have enough for the whole thing right now. But if I go back to the villa,
I know it.
man, why did my cloak get flipped? Put it back over your arm. And then we'll take 2 steps, and then we'll fast travel. I don't know if this is the goal, but I assume I have to come back here before I can move on to another city. I guess that's assuming I was already done in Florence anyway. Yeah, man, I like the color they picked for your default cloak and how well it goes with your at least your leather armor. But the red does look really sharp too, because he's already got elements of red on his outfit. It just brings the palette together more nicely. Is that a proper sentence? More nicely? I feel like that's not correct. Oh well, who cares? I'm not a grammarian. I don't read the dictionary for leisure. Yep, I just heard someone got stabbed. No, they're what is the word? Ah! They're practice fighting. It's not a real fight. No one is in danger. Oh, I guess I could put up the other codex pages while I'm here. The codex. The codex. My income is 0 florins. What? Is it just telling me the box is empty, or is it telling me that I'm no longer making money for some reason? Yeah, there we go. We'll put the pages back. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more. Now, I just want to show this real quick, because I had no idea that this existed in the villa. Wait, what's this door? Okay, that's closed. Don't have to worry about it. There's an entire extra upper area here. With this is where more of the paintings go. Or no, portraits. Hi, Vieri. The son of the Templar, Vieri de Pazzi. A picture of the Templar Vieri de Pazzi, son of Francesco de Pazzi. Date of death 1477. So it's been 3 years since we killed that guy. And 3 years since we killed this guy, too. Because I want to give me more. Why can't I examine? There we go. Oh, 4 years. Oh. Because I remember we killed him. Because when I was looking through the databases, I was like, wait, did we kill this guy yet? Yes. He was like the first guy. And that was it. We killed him, but then Ezio shouted that his family wasn't dead. That he is still alive, even though he probably shouldn't have been raising attention to the fact that he had not been killed. Yeah, I just am surprised that this room exists, because, again, tried to play this game multiple times and got decently far into it, and then apparently there's this whole extra room to the villa that I never noticed. I don't know if Steven ever came up here either. Picture of the Templar Francesco de Pazzi, head of the Pazzi Bank and perpetrator of the Pazzi conspiracy. Date of death 1478. I also forgot to read this guy's description. Templar Uberto Alberti, Florentine Gonfalonieri of justice and traitor to my family. So their descriptions are written by Ezio, apparently. And I'm sure Jacopo had one up there as well, but whatever. Moving on. Have any more feathers I can put in the box? No. Let me just try to push this candle off the thing. Cause a big fire. Why did I go out this way? I have no idea. Alright, let's go buy better armor. Just because we can. I don't know if the blacksmith is up. I assume as you progress in the game, all the merchants have their inventories change. Okay, yeah, I better not have been able... Had to... Yeah, because now there's metal van braces in here. But not the whole set, so I assume, like, you know, we're expected to buy this next. Let me see if there's a better sword in here. So I got the Florentine Falchion. Honestly, I don't want to bother with the weirder weapons here, like the mace and the maul. I'd rather just stick to swords. Okay, yeah. Nothing... Seemingly nothing really worthwhile. Nothing that's going to top the Florentine Falchion, necessarily. Oh, wait, the scimitar. +1 damage, +1 deflect. I don't really know what deflect does. I was thinking about it earlier. And I had realized what it meant, but I can't remember. I don't remember what I realized. Because I think it's just your block stat, your ability to guard. But I'm not sure, because I think as long as you're not trying to attack and it's not one of the brutes coming in with their big wide swings with the overhead chop, that you can block pretty much everything, as long as you're not taking an action. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and buy the sword. And I believe it's automatically equipped. Yeah, now the stats are reversed. Oh, I could buy the cestus now. I always liked the cestus. It was cool. This is not a particularly interesting weapon, but I always thought it was neat. It's basically just metal on your hand. Makes for better punching. Which I believe this is... It's counted as its own weapons. You know, it's counted as your unarmed slot. So the stats that shows there, it's just showing you your unarmed stat. And really not big numbers here. But, you know, why not? Increase your unarmed just in case there's ever a moment where you want to disarm people or something. I assume the stiletto is still the best. The Sultan's knife. Sure. And I will buy the Helmschmied. Helmschmied. I don't know this stuff. It's pretty cool that, you know, not only do you have these armor upgrades, but they also went out of their way to have them all have different designs.
Ciao, signore. E mention me to your amici.
Yeah, I do look kind of fancy now. Look extra. Like, he already looked pretty cool with the regular leather armor and stuff. But now with this special embroiderment. I feel like embroidery is the wrong word, because, like, someone's going to come along and be like, actually, it's leather. You're wearing leather armor. It's just upgraded leather armor, and you can't embroider leather. You can only embroider cloth. Like, well, I don't know. It's like you can't engrave cloth, so I assume maybe embroider is, I don't know, specific to cloth. Yeah, let's go see where we're going before we end. Let's see what the next place is. Actually, wait, hang on. Let me stop by the tailor real quick. That's the art merchant. I need a tailor. Because I want a knife bow upgrade. Yeah. He actually had it. Exactly what I wanted. Hey, wait, you got any... Cape not effective in this area. You got any new cloaks? Can I buy a new cloak? Can I buy a hoodie from the cloak brand store the Markiplier apparently founded? I think. Is my understanding? No. Just Tuscan colors. Alright, well, I'm leaving then. Bye. Thanks for the new pouch. I'm just kind of thinking, like, hopefully this armor will last long, you know, hopefully it'll be long enough before we unlock the next set of armor for this so that this armor actually gets some time to be useful. Oh, was I supposed to be in Florence? Okay, well, like, guess I jumped the gun on fast traveling back here. What are you jumping? Wait, do you get to... Because it's basically east path, west path, so maybe this does lead to another place? No, we're just going back to Florence, okay. Guess we'll wrap up what we're supposed to be doing in Florence. Man, I wanted to pull out my knife. Pull out that Sultan's dagger. Take a nice look at it, but oh well. Can't do that on a loading screen. Can't do it on horseback. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta meet up with Leonardo before he as he's leaving? Oh, wrong button. Excuse me. Man, I'm hungry for a peanut butter jelly right now. I guess if I were to make a bingo card of things I say on stream a lot, random food cravings would be one of those things. It just happens sometimes. Here's another one for you. Adjusting the microphone. No, don't tilt more into my face. Fine. I'll just scoot back. Cape not effective in this area, thanks.
Leonardo! Ezio? What luck! I have run into a bit of trouble.
Let me see if I can help.
I know how to fix it, but lack the means to do so. If you could just lift the wagon.
What is this thing?
Eh?
It looks like a giant bat.
Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind.
What is it for?
Well, I shouldn't really talk about it. Al diavolo. I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly.
Come on, I'll drive.
But I haven't even told you where I'm going.
You ready for a driving mini game? Mini game is kind of the wrong word. It's more like driving sequence.
Venezia, such a beautiful city. So many sources of inspiration. Ponte di Rialto, Piazza San Marco, l'Arsenale. What's wrong?
We're not alone.
What's happening? Who are they?
Rodrigo Borgia's men.
Why? What do they want with us?
I think they want us dead.
But why Leonardo? He hasn't done anything. He hasn't even painted the Mona Lisa yet. You can't kill him.
They're trying to climb on board. Knock them off. Watch out. Don't let the carriage roll over. Ezio, someone's on top. Do sharp turns to make the carriage roll.
Well, which is it? Make the carriage roll or don't roll over? You know, that's kind of the... I think I've touched on this before, but maybe that was in Assassin's Creed 1. Kind of the sad thing about, you know, people on the cutting edge, like Leonardo. Sometimes they get laughed at for their ideas. And, you know, just because someone has an idea doesn't mean it necessarily is guaranteed to work out, but sometimes they're right and still get laughed at anyway, and that's kind of sad. Oh, did I flipped the carriage, oops. Sometimes people have a great idea and then they get laughed at. And then, you know, several hundred years later, we look back and go, man, that guy was a genius. You know, the guy with he made a phone? That guy was so cool. I guess it's kind of one of those things where, and this is still also applicable to Leonardo, you know, artists tend to not get appreciated in their life. It's only after they die that people start to see their art as something of value.
Ezio, watch out behind you. Do something.
Press circle repeatedly. Joke's on you, guy. I'm good at pressing buttons repeatedly. You know that Mario Party minigame in Mario Party DS where you gotta mash the button to make the... You keep clicking the mechanical pencil to make the lead come out? I'm good at that. I think that's the only Mario Party minigame I've played that involved button mashing, but I'm good at it. Actually, you know, I kind of take that back. I think nowadays, artists have a better time getting appreciated in their lifetime. And I would say thanks to the internet. You know, it's much easier for an artist who is talented to have hundreds of thousands of people look at their art and go, wow, that's really good. Get off me, get off me, get off me. Am I still steering while this is happening? Man, how dare they burn a bridge? It's gonna suck for the next set of travelers who are gonna come through here. Travelers and merchants and all those people. You know, people just trying to help other people in other places live. Bringing in food and tools and stuff. Ow. I know it's on fire. Gotta get the Gale Boomerang out. Out. Gotta get the Gale Boomerang out. Seriously, I have no idea how I didn't realize I already said the word out. It was gonna make me mash circle, but then it's like, oh, nope. You collided it with the thing. We'll just throw them off for you. It is hard to shake the thing enough to get the guys to fall off while also not running into obstacles. There we go.
Hold on, Ezio. We're almost there. Yeah.
Well, good, because we're also on fire.
Go, Leonardo. They are here for me, not you. I'll catch up with you later.
You know what? Let's punch him in the face. Never mind, they're prepared for that.
I will fire quickly so no risky strikes, man. Wait for a good opening.
Wait, no, get the brute.
You're too slow, Lardo.
I think he actually does have a unique set of insults per character, per enemy type. There we go. I did try taunting the brutes in Peacekeepers, trying to get them to attack me so I could counter them, like this guy's doing to me.
You'll have to take risks, like that.
And I forget exactly like what he had said. He said something about like, can you even see in that armor? Do the strong attack. A strong attack. Strong. Fine. Got any medicine on you? Maybe some throwing knives? Any of you? Throwing knives, blades? 3 florins! Okay, the brute's gotta have something good on him. Yeah, there we go. Throwing knives and medicine. No money, it seems, but that's fine. And then jump to the marker. Why did I have to walk to the marker to end? Did it just want to give me a chance to loot the guys? Beat up events unlocked. See, it's a good thing about this Estes, because apparently there are mission types revolving around beating people up. Beating them up, but not killing them. If I tap the high profile button, I can make him bob his head. I'm probably not the first person to make that joke. I'm sure with my luck, Steve and George probably made the same joke and I just forgot. Keep not effective in this area. Good. This isn't Venezia. I guess this is just on the way there. Well, I don't want to end things here, so I'll just keep playing. I don't think we're here for long. So it shouldn't be long until we're done. And if we do go a little over time, that's fine. Could stand to make these a little longer. I don't mean to keep saying the word long. I mean, the second time I did it, I was doing it because it's like redundant. It's funny because it's redundant. Oh, wait, that's a... I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now. Just headed towards the Assassin's Tomb, not where I'm actually supposed to be. Am I even supposed to be allowed in this city? I didn't realize I could go in it. You know what? I'm just going to ignore that chest. Gotta get the feather, though. At least rooftop guards don't care that I'm on the roof. That's nice.
I cannot do that. Not so well, anyway.
What are you talking about? You're a thief. You can do all the same moves I can. That's your classification. You're supposed to be able to keep up with me. Nice little seating area here. Yep. Rooftop guards still don't like me. Ooh, feather. I wonder if they're making the feathers easy here because it's a small city. Yes, I know what to do with the feathers game. Ah, there was a ladder. Oh well. I think I'm actually supposed to be outside the city walls right now. But again, I didn't realize it actually let you go inside. I forgot there was anything to do in there. Maybe I'm thinking of Brotherhood. Maybe Brotherhood comes back here briefly, but you only get to be outside. Just gonna run off into the wilderness here. Oh, I wasn't supposed to go up that rock. Okay, fine. Excuse me. Who was shouting?
Ezio, here, over here.
I don't know how you see me. I don't see you.
Ezio, here.
Of course, by the time I think to turn on Eagle Vision, then he pops into my line of sight, and then it becomes redundant.
Thank you, Ezio. You saved my life.
I did what had to
I'm
be
the one who
done.
endangered it.
You would have done the same.
I doubt it. Bravery is not my strong suit.
I might need my
I owe
desk,
you a
sorry.
debt, brother.
Di niente.
Tutti a bordo! Fra poco si salpa!
That's our traghetto. Venezia waits.
Where's your pass?
What pass?
You don't have a pass?
You cannot enter Venezia without a pass. Who invited you?
Nobody.
Basta! No pass, no entrance!
Don't worry, Leonardo. I'll come up with something.
Don't just stand there! I need help!
Help the screaming woman get back to the docks. I guess she can't swim? Oh, there we go. Gotta get a boat. Oh, get on! There. Row, row, row your boat awkwardly across whatever you call this water. It's not really a stream. Oh, is it a lake? And you can't hold the button, you have to tap it to push.
Madonna.
Oh, you're good. The ladies must like you.
I wasn't looking to impress, only to help someone in distress.
Which is exactly why you impress. And you are Messer...
Auditore, but please, call me Ezio.
I'm Caterina. Now, Ezio, we must find you suitable reward. Do you have any suggestions?
There is perhaps something you could help me with.
And I just so happen to be rowing you in that direction.
Yes, Signora. Whatever you say, Signora.
He won't trouble you anymore. I took care of it.
Thank you, Caterina.
Perhaps we'll see each other again. Should you ever find yourself in the city of Forli, it would be my pleasure to welcome you.
I look forward to enjoying your hospitality.
Please accept my most humble apologies, Messere. Had I known...
It's quite all right, my friend.
Okay, no, get on. Just waiting for the mission objective to actually show up.
Be careful, Ezio. Do you know who that was?
My next conquest.
I don't think so, Ezio. That's Caterina Sforza, daughter of the Duca di Milano. Her husband is...
Husband?
Si, her husband is the Lord of Forli. That woman is as powerful and dangerous as she is young and beautiful.
Sempre come una donna per me.
Do you ever notice how many characters in this game's names start with C? At least female characters, because you have Caterina, you have Claudia, Ezio's sister, and then Christina, who I guess isn't really that important right now. We haven't seen her since the beginning of the game. I think she does come back at some point, though. Maybe that's in Brotherhood. It's just kind of weird to me. There's like three ladies with names with C's.
Everything all right?
Better than all right. You're making amazing progress.
Amazing's quite a strong word.
Then why are we stopping?
Prolonged exposure to the Animus can have, side effects.
Yeah, bleeding effect.
It's nothing to worry about. You haven't shown any of the symptoms.
Symptoms? What symptoms?
Degradation
Didn't we go over
of
this before?
cognition, temporal hallucinations, multiple awareness issues, overlapping realities, you know.
So what you're saying is...
What we're saying, Desmond, is if you're not careful, you may not need the Animus to visit with your ancestors, which wouldn't be a bad thing, assuming you could control it. Up until now, though, no one has.
Subject 16.
We have safeguards, Desmond. And they kept him in the Animus for way too long, sometimes days at a time. We're being careful with you.
I hope so.
Anyway, I was hoping we could test out your skill retention. See if you've picked up some of Ezio's abilities.
I'm game.
Great. Meet me downstairs when you're ready.
I have a hard time imagining someone staying in the Animus for days at a time because, you know, in real life, people need to eat and sleep and stuff. I can understand not getting sleep while you're in the Animus, but the image of someone being strapped down in the Animus, but then they also need to eat, so they're just, like, eating Doritos while being forced to relive memories. It's funny to me. Because she said downstairs. Is there anywhere else to visit in here? Can I go into any of these other doors? Probably not. No. Also, Rebecca said temporal hallucinations. I don't know the exact definition of temporal, but doesn't that just mean mental? You know, hallucinations are already mental. Isn't that kind of redundant? But just watch, I go look up temporal later, and it's like, oh no, it's a specific portion of your brain which has to do with controlling your eyes, and then I end up looking stupid later.
What's the plan?
We're gonna see what you've managed to retain. Come on. Abstergo's out there, looking for us. They're better funded and better equipped, so it's only a matter of time before they find this place. We need to be ready for them when they do. I want you to activate the warehouse's defense system. I'll let you figure out how to reach the sensors.
Oh, come on. Not even a hint?
Open your eyes, Desmond.
I mean, isn't it better if we get a choice of how we get up there? Okay. Hang on.
Lucy? I'm seeing things.
Do the hallucinations last longer than 30 seconds?
No.
Then it's nothing to be worried about. It'll pass.
Is that really it? Is that it over there? It's really that easy?
So, how am I doing?
You've picked up every single one of Ezio's skills. The adoption rate is fantastic. Another day or two and we'll be done.
And I gotta hit that button over there too. All the red buttons.
Alright, you gotta tell me. Why Ezio? Why Italy? I mean, we could have just gone back to Altair again. Followed him during his early years.
It started with 16.
Ah, good old Subject 16. He repainted my room, you know. With his blood.
I'd been going through his files. Vidic flagged a couple of his Animus sessions. A bunch of different ancestors, different dates and locations. Ancient Africa, the Middle East. But towards the end, he became obsessed with Italy. I think he knew about the vault. A few of the records of his later Animus sessions are missing. And the sessions that are there... After everything the Templars put him through, after everything I put him through, it's all scrambled, we hadn't pushed 16 so hard, we'd have the answers already. And maybe he'd still be alive.
But he is alive, isn't he, Animus?
So you're after the Codex and the Vault.
I knew you had
Or maybe he just made those before he died, I don't know. Gotta like how the two I couldn't find were just on the ground floor. Ah, horse! Scary horse hallucination. Am I holding a sword? Horses and swords, it's so scary. I bet any kind of hallucination in real life would be pretty terrifying. But, I don't know, in a video game, a horse is not very scary.
Hey!
Am I done?
Over here! Alright, I think we're done for the day. You should get some rest.
Lucy, what happened to 16 wasn't your fault. You were just as much a prisoner as I was.
Thanks. Good night, Desmond. I'm glad you're here.
Where am I supposed to go now? I don't know if I have a bedroom. What's over here? Man, there's a truck with a pallet in it? No way! Man, I love trucks with pallets in them. It's the best thing. I can't believe they put that in this game. Do you think they'll let me drive it? Wait, is that it? Look at this tiny little forklift. Maybe this is like a particular style of forklift that they use in other countries, but I'm used to the ones that are, you know, they have a chair. They're like, I was gonna say like a, I think it's called a bobcat. I guess that's not exactly a layman term. I've been watching Dirty Jobs. I'm familiar with some. I mean, not like it's a super obscure thing, but it's not something I expect people to know, like forklift. I expect you to know forklift. You better know forklift, or else I'll be mad. But this to me just looks like they made like a, what do they call them? Like a Segway. And they just combined it with a forklift. I'm sure it's just as valid, but I don't know, it looks funny to me. I really got distracted by that forklift, jeez. I thought I had a second train of thought pertaining to the truck with a pallet in it. And the, excuse me, Templars. The forklift and the truck with the pallet in it, but either I lost it or it was just never of value to begin with. I don't know, the horse is back. I can't move. I hope I'm not supposed to be moving. Hello? The lady's gone. You can let me go now. Okay, it was just taking a while to think, I guess. No, speaking of being Altair again.
What is this? Where am I? It's Acre. Altair. How the hell? Not even in the Animus. I must have passed out. Just having some kind of weird dream. Going without sleep for who knows how long. Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Wow, this genuinely is just
That must be his target.
a spot from Assassin's Creed 1. I remember the specific spot of Acre. Man, you know, even it would have been really early in the series' lifespan to have done a remake, but even an Assassin's Creed 1 remake in Assassin's Creed 2's engine and style with all the same abilities. Except, you know, I guess he doesn't need all the the hidden blade stuff, he can still have just the one with no poison blade. Still would have been amazing. Yeah, I remember, like, right here, I remember this guy. There was a guy here, and I just climbed down the ladder and killed him when his guys went away, because he ordered them to go away. Uh-oh, where's the person I'm following? Where did they go? There we go. Over there. Nope. Altair, you're a little too eager to climb on things now. You know, you were a little slow before, but now you're too eager. You know, I think the thing I'm gonna miss the most from Assassin's Creed 1 was having throwing knives be part of the... be attached to the short sword. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you can do that in this game. 'Cause I don't know what Ezio automatically equips if you were to get into a fight with throwing knives equipped. But it was cool having the option to throw a throwing knife, or, you know, actually respond to enemies with a blade and be able to defend and stuff. Because I don't know that any game after the first one ever did anything like that. Man.
It's the woman from Acre. What's her name? Maria. Yeah. I wonder what he wants with her. Whoa. All right. Wasn't expecting that.
See, it's funny because Maria was never named in the first game. So, this was the character I was talking about in Assassin's Creed 1, where I was like, oh, I gotta go to Acre. I gotta figure out who that character was that this game shows you. There she is. She was the one who was...
Why aren't I following Altair here? I'm stuck here with Maria? Oh, shit. That must be... This is one weird dream.
I don't know if they ever tell you who the child is. Maybe that's something you learn later. Or a different game. Chronicles or something, I don't know. Or Bloodlines. Yeah, let me tell you, even now that I know where Maria was in Assassin's Creed 1, that scene doesn't make much more sense.
Sorry to barge in on you like this, but it's getting late and we were... Hey, you okay?
Yeah, all good. Weird dreams, that's all.
All right. I'll let you get ready. See you in a few.
Good thing I sleep in my clothes. Probably all do, to be honest. We're on a time crunch.
Sorry. Long night.
What a professional approach.
Leave him alone.
Well, you'll forgive me if I want to get some actual work done. Madness, isn't it?
Sean, please, that's enough.
All right.
I also did happen to see the voice actor as well as catching up on the beginning of the game's plot. That is indeed not Stephen Merchant. It just... his actor does just sound a lot like him. You give a very similar performance to what I would expect Stephen Merchant to give if he were that character. And of course, I don't mean that in a bad way. I like his performance. He does great. It's just so weird to me that he sounds so much like Stephen Merchant, and that's not him. But really, I think the only character I've heard Stephen Merchant voice was Wheatley in Portal 2, so... it's not like I'm the master of recognizing Stephen Merchant or anything like that. I just know him from the one thing, and I think he gave a really good performance in that game, so it was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this character was also him. I guess I could be ending right here. I don't have to wait for it to load. I don't think it's going to load into a cutscene or anything. Now that I've said that, I gotta wait. I'm not ending until I know that it is not going to load a cutscene when the Animus starts up. Cape not effective in this area. Well, where are we? I don't know. Cape not effective in the White Void? Cape not effective in the exclamation mark? Cape not effective in Venezia. Otherwise known as Venice. Wow, we spawned right next to Leonardo and a viewpoint. And I'm gonna end here because it did not load into a cutscene. So we're good to leave. Thanks for watching. I'll see you with more on Wednesday. I'll do stuff off screen, but not story stuff. I'll go back to Tuscany. And I guess that other place that we were briefly at before coming here, I already forgot what it's called. If I can find the right end button here. Bye.